mo ti elevate. Orí mi kò lè hibernate. Àwọn bá.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. I'm one brother.
Hey, everybody. I'm the second brother. Hey.
And I'm Rika. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is going to be another exciting episode. Another exciting episode. I know I say that. I say it all the time, but they are always exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't knock it. I can't knock it. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Well, hey, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I totally agree with Mr. Kaleye. And we're not just putting the theatrics on for no reason. Because this topic, some people will like it and some people will dislike it. I don't want to say hate it. Maybe they will even hate it. But this topic is called, what is success? What is success? A lot of people always term it in monetary terms. Okay? And I submit to you, I submit that a billionaire that is seriously unhappy with their life, and we know billionaires that are getting divorced, we know billionaires that their family life is wrecked, we know billionaires, I submit that billionaire, the question is, when we're talking about success, is that billionaire more successful than someone that is just earning maybe 20 grand, 25 grand a year, but is genuinely happy, genuinely living life on their own terms? So, ladies and gentlemen, what is success? Because again, these things are relative. They're very relative. Because once you get into the sea of, once you get to the point where you got your accommodation sorted, you got your 3 square meals sorted, you got your clothing sorted, everything else becomes relative then.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it? Think about it. Because once you can eat 3 square meals, you got clothes on your back, you got accommodation, okay? Then relativity comes in because you can get a wristwatch that is maybe £5, and that same wristwatch can be 500,000.
Yeah.
Relativity. You can be in a house where, in London, a flat where you're squeezing yourself like this, in London, Sloane Square or Knightsbridge, you'll be surprised, it's £1 million. A flat you couldn't even move. But that same flat, somewhere else, for that same flat, you will get a mansion. So not only are you getting relativity in house sizes, you're getting relativity in locations. So what is success? I submit humbly, my definition for success for Mr. Phil is this: how much of your life you're living on your own terms. That is Mr. Phil's success. You could be paying Mr. Phil 100 million, but he's under the thumb of some power. I don't consider myself a success. Take that 100 million and give me sovereignty, autonomy over my life, and I'll take that over that 100 million any day. Mr. Clay, please.
This is gonna be interesting. So, success. Success used to be wearing the biggest chain and the latest trainers. That used to be success back when I was younger in school days. The guy that, when Nike brought out the new version of a pair of trainers, the first person in school to wear that pair of trainers, wow, that's success. He has made it. we had to go to, our parents and say, Dad, I need a new pair of trainers, but get the latest one. Oh. We're just talking a new pair of trainers, And, the response was always, ask me next month, ask me next month, And then the months will back pile up. You'll be like, Dad, look, it's desperate now, Are you going to go, let me see your shoes? And you see, look at the holes. Look how big the holes are. Then we'll be like, okay. We'll get something next month. It's still not tomorrow. It's still okay. Next month. So success was getting a new pair of trainers. Then success became, okay, now we need to get a place to live. Have your own place. Yes, the mortgaged apartment. Yeah. We all know it's a mortgage apartment. The bank owns the house, really. But for the rest of the world. You're the one walking in and out of the house, You are the owner. Yes. And then you have the car. The car that breaks down all the time, success is getting a brand new car. It's on hire purchase, it's on HP. You're paying every month for it, but it's your car. And it's big. And it's in front of the house. It's complete, the car, the house. Woo, success. And everybody comes to your house. Your house is actually not on the main road. It's in a secluded area, Only private people, can walk in. Oh, success. I'm laughing about it because I've lived success.
Oh my God.
And everybody come to your house and like, wow, driveway, off-street parking. Wow. Success. But on a more serious note, real success, is you're heavily in debt. That's what success is for most people. So called success. Because even it's amazing how we look at other people. They've got the house, they've got the car, they have the marriage, and you don't know what's going on inside them. You're looking up to them, obviously, because they made it. They're successful. They have a job in the city, I've also, the amount of people that have told me that, I can see your office from my house. That's how big your office is. I can see it from my house. Your office is right. I can see it from my house. And I'm like, so the thing is, like Mr. Phil says, is how much of that are you living on your own term? Do you have peace? Are you and your wife talking? Are you pretending to talk in front of people? But, behind each other, there's a lot of scheming going on. Scheming. So that you can't even, sometimes I wish we can record, conversations of husband and wives behind their backs and play it for them.
Ooh! You will cause third world wars. Not war, wars.
That this is what she's really thinking about you.
What? Do you know what?
And this is what he's really thinking about you.
And their husband and wife.
and they're happily
Sleeping in the
married.
same bed. Mr. Clay, repeat that, please. Repeat that.
They are happily married.
Why are we laughing so much? Rika is just watching the spectacle.
I'm not involved.
Success. And the guy is a godly guy. He's a nice guy. He leads praise and worship at church, you know. Anointed.
Oh.
Rika, anointed.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, this is no laughing matter.
No, it is.
Serious. This is serious.
It is because the truth.
Oh my.
They say you shall say the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Carry on, Mr. Kileye.
Yes.
Success. Because some of the things, you know, the guy is respected at church. He's always giving the mic to talk, you know, and everything is being held together by a string. That one little pull. One little pull. One little pull. It could be, the pull could be at work. The pull could be at church. The pull could be in the market. One little pull, one little accident. There was a time, there was one little accident, one car accident can make or break somebody. You know, even when you have insurance. So what I'm saying is, yes. Well, what's my measure of success? My measure of success is, you know, because I don't want to use the word happiness. And, you know, yeah, you get the official definition. Success is the realization of a worthwhile dream, a continuous realization of a worthwhile dream, whatever that meant. You know, because I still don't.
It's too deep, you don't get it.
I'm still to get that one. But it's the official, so if you wanna sound posh. I'm talking say, tell me, you know, this is what is success? Success is the continuous realization of a worthwhile dream. Thank you, well done. You know, you said it, you've done it. You know, so I think what they're trying to say is when you set, you know, success is setting yourself a goal and in the middle or reaching out for it and going for it. While you're going for that, not when you get the goal, while you're in the midst of going for it, you're successful. When you get the goal, you've gotten the goal. You need you're no longer success. You know, we've clapped for you last week now. What are you waiting for?
Another clap. We've clapped for your success.
Must we celebrate you every day? So you're no longer successful, and everybody's like, hey, let's move along. Sorry, I'm not drunk.
No, you see, one thing what Mr. Clay is doing there is that you're being real. And this is where a lot of people will not want to go. They don't want to show the small man behind the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
They don't want to show the man behind that is doing these tricks. They just want to show you the tricks. Like you said, the house, the car, the business. What are they doing? Don't ask. You don't want to know. But it's, you know, and we need to really, if we're going to personally develop for real, really need to peel off the layers of defense, of pretense, and deal with real stuff. And the real stuff is like Mr. Clay is saying. I have my definition. My definition is how much of my life am I right now? I'm very happy with myself and my life because I'm living it on my terms. Simple. A lot of people equate money, and we keep talking about money because you see, there's a huge destructive element in not understanding. And like Mr. Clay said yesterday, he said a lot of people talk about money because they don't have it. Because the minute they actually start having it, they go beyond it and they'll be like, is that it? Then they can actually finally open their eye to see, whoa, that's not even it. You know? And I talked about relativity. So before we go too far, let me let Rika to interject from all the laughing, because I hope people can read between the lines of the laughing.
Yeah.
Between the lines of that laugh is pain.
For real, I was just about to say that.
Between the lines of that laugh was growth. Between the lines of that laugh was relativity, relating to the truth. Wait, when we got there, this is what we found. But that's so, Rika, please.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, and I'm still growing, so that's all I saw as success. The car, the big house, the money, all the jewelry, the glitz and glams, keeping up with the Joneses, the clothes, designer, all of that. But now I'm starting to realize that, hey, none of that even means success. It's just all, like my dad says, the theatrics, the just the show of just the keeping up with the Joneses to say that you've got something. That's not my definition of success. If I'm honest, I even want to scrap the whole word success, because it creates a pretense that nobody can live up to. Nobody. It creates so much pressure, so much people try to do lots of dodgy things in order to look as if they're succeeding, as if they've made it, as if they've arrived. When most times you're in millions of pounds of debt, you are unhappy and unhealthy. Is that really success? That's not success to me. Success to me, in fact, like I said, I'm going to scrap the word success. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to have peace. I'm trying to have autonomy over my life. Do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, on my own terms. And you can't come and tell me that I can't do any of that. That is what I want in my life. So in terms of success, success means keeping up with the Joneses, trying to show as if you're something that you're not. So, I feel like we need to just get rid of the whole term of success and like actually internalize the journey of life. Because like we've said it, we haven't got it all. We don't know everything. Even the Jeff Bezos of the world, didn't he just get divorced? He's probably not happy about that. Yeah, he's got lots of money. He's rich. That doesn't mean he's successful. Okay, well, I don't know. Others may say he's successful, but for me, he's just got money. I don't know. Back to you.
You know what? Some people will counter that and say, well, even if he's miserable, at least he's miserable in a Bentley. At least
would you rather cry in a Nissan or in a Rolls Royce?
Do you know how?
Either way, you're crying
in a private jet. Can you see the dysfunction? Again, it is so. We have been so miseducated in this world with glitz and glam, and social media is not helping either.
No.
It was bad before social media because we could see it in magazines, we could see it in, you know what I'm saying? But now social media is like taken it to even the next level. So we now have Instagram models. Instagram models that show a lifestyle that they cannot live happily. Because how can you live a lifestyle you're showing you're on a yacht, but that yacht is owned by a sheikh doing despicable things to you?
You.
Mr. Clay.
Really?
I mean, doo-doo.
Thank you.
I think the secret is out for everybody.
What's that smell? Wow.
Mr. Clay, take
Instagram
over, please.
models. My goodness.
We've all heard about things, and everybody will say, not all, not all, not all. Yes, but there are variations of all. Because if all you're bringing to the table is just your looks, and now you now have access to this mansion, you now have access to that, it's just a variation of the same thing. Again, if all you're bringing to the table is your looks, and why would people even do that to themselves? It's because of this success. We want to look good. We want to, and at the same time, you're trading off the very essence of your own happiness, of your own autonomy. Because I don't know about you. One of the reasons why I believe that I am still together as an adult at my age is because I've not submitted myself and my psyche to do things that would be so destructive going forward.
Well,
Mr. Clay.
Well, the key to this is don't let things that you acquired, the car, the house, don't let that be what you stand on as your identity. Don't let all these trappings. Just like Donald Trump, you can never let an office, a job, a house, a car be who you are. You gotta be ready to walk away from it and still be
authentically you.
Powerful.
Yeah,
just who you are. Because, like Rike said, a lot of people have money, but they don't have their health. So some people that they will pay any amount of money for their health, just to stay alive, and they still die. What does that tell you? Even when you had all the money in the world, you can't stop your own death. You still died. I mean, are you the richest man in the world? JP Morgan, hello, where are you? JPM, yeah, the name is still around. That guy was super rich. Well, where is he today? He died. So that cannot be you. You can't let all these trappings, all these things of this world be what traps you and what people know you as, and that's your identity. Hush puppies of this world, that cannot be. It has to be more to you than that. You have to be able to take this off and still be yourself and still be happy. Because I love the way the universe created us. You can only sleep in one bed at a time. You can only sleep in one room at a time. You can only
be in one car at a time. Yeah.
You can only drive one car at a time. Even if you have a trail of cars, but you can only sit in one at a time. You can only be in one country at a time. So the bottom line is, you're not meant, those are not what you're meant to acquire. If you can live in 10 houses at one time, then okay, yeah, then maybe we should be going for 10 houses. But you can't live in 10 houses at one time. Most of them will be empty. And it shows your lack of growth. If you're a millionaire, you have even I heard Tesla talking about this. That is renting. Tesla is renting. You know, the owner of Tesla, what's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, that's it. So he said he's renting. Everybody will be like, what? You're a billionaire. What do you mean? You're second richest man in the world, blah, 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 blah. Renting. Yes, renting. Renting his place where he lives. Hello? Everybody's shocked. But he said it's convenient for him to rent. Because number one, he's not the owner of the house, so nobody can trace him. He can get up and leave whenever he wants to live to another place. He doesn't have to keep the house, maintain the house.
And worry about the house. Yeah.
Because he's had houses that he wasn't living in, but he was still maintaining them. You know? So now when you start thinking like that, that's going to tell you something. That, success is, like you say, what shackles do you have on you? What is it? Is it physical? Is it material? Is it what other people think of you? What are these shackles? It's like somebody telling me now, that they're going to report me to my mom. I mean, is that a shackle? Okay, let's go report away. Let's see what she does. You know what I mean? But it's like crazy. People have crazy shackles, even when they're grown up. They're fully grown, but they have this mindless shackles. Is it like your job? Is your job you? Are you your job? For some people, that's if they lose their job, that might be suicide for some people.
That's sad.
And I have to ask myself that, because sometimes you can get so comfortable that you have to say, can you walk away from anything? What can you not walk away from? So my measure of success is exactly that. I measure my success by the things I can walk away from.
I like that.
Well, before okay, let me quickly add to that. Let me quickly add. Okay, now, what Mr. Clare is actually saying there is being self-referred versus being object-referred. Being self-referred is, your worth, your value, your esteem comes from you, not from the wristwatch that you're wearing, not from the clothes that you have, not from the house you're living in, not from the title. Mr. Trump doesn't want to leave office because now he's Mr. Ex-President. The office, he will have to leave the office. And then he realizes that leaving the office means that he's leaving a lot of things. But if he was already self-referred, he wouldn't have to face that issue. So success, let us submit to you. We believe success is not the office, it's not the title, it is not the object, it is not the position, it is not the accolade, it is not the what. And I know we downplay this, but this is a big one that I've had to fight and overcome over the years. What people think of you.
Oh, that's a biggie. Family, friends, people. Oof.
What they think of you becomes an idol in itself. Oh, they must not think this of me. They must not think that of me. They must not think that I'm not this. They must not think I'm not that. Until I got to a point I said, you know what? Let them think what the heck they want to think.
Yes. Let everybody think what they want to think. Because me, I don't give a toss. Literally, you know what? You know what? If I'm honest with you, the way I've been living my life recently, before I used to be very careless and very, impulsive, very spontaneous. And then people would tell me, oh, this about you, this about you. And sometimes like I wouldn't show it outwardly that I was affected, but I'll be like, why do they think this of me? Like, this is the way I'm portraying myself to these people. And I'm thinking, no, I'm just living my life. I'm just being me. I'm just, trying to have fun. Until I started thinking, wait, why do I care what they think of me? At the end of the day, people are still going to talk. They're going to talk if you're good. They're going to talk if you're not. People will talk. So I learned not to give a flying toss, because at the end of the day, my life is for me. You're not living my life. So why would I care what you have to say? Okay, of course, constructive criticism, is there for you to improve on yourself. But at the end of the day, it's all advice. You are the one who decides whether you take it or not. And like I said, for me, I choose not to give a flying toss, because at the end of the day, I have autonomy over myself. And I was also thinking, in terms of the whole idea of success, it's the legacy I'm trying to leave for, my kids, my grandkids. And even in fact, then I'm not even going to know what they think of me anyway. We're all going to die. So what does it really matter? Just have fun and live your life. Simple. That's how I feel. Maybe I'm sounding inexperienced or something, but that's my point of view.
Hey, look, like I think what we're all saying, and Rika did some expletives there. It's over 21. You're allowed. Some people will say toss is a bit. It's more than allowed.
Toss means throw. Toss means throw. I
don't give a throw.
I didn't use any profanity.
Yeah. Okay. Now, even if you did, it's fine more than anything, because you're more than 21.
Rika doesn't give a toss
at all. Whether I did or not, I don't care. I don't give a care.
I love it, Rika. I love it.
Okay, so again, like we say, the elephant in the room that a lot of people don't want to touch is that elephant right there. What other people think. And what other people think, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That is their own business.
Oh, sorry, one last thing to add.
Please.
If you go off of what other people think, that means that you're living your life to their yardstick of who they believe that you are. So that means that you'll be confined in the constraints of what they believe is good enough for you, what they believe you are worthy enough to achieve, rather than what you feel like you're good enough for yourself and what you feel like you are able to achieve. So at the end of the day, it's either one, choose one. Believe what people say and think about you, or choose how you want to live your life and, be strong and firm in your own convictions. Back to you.
I for many years, I always wanted to, let me just interject this into this discussion. For many years, I always wished I was born into a rich family. Although I was born into, wealthy family. Relatively compared to, others. But yeah. I always wish, I was Elon Musk's first son, Elon Musk, the second, in a black skin. And I always, wish that. But then, so, when you truly get close and you see, you find out, gosh, universe, I picked right. This is where I want to be born. I want to be born in Nigeria. I want to be born in this skin. I want to be, I want to have these experiences. Because the life, when you look at the generation of the people that made the wealth, you can see fantastic journey, fantastic growth, fantastic impact. But when you look at the second generation or the third generation, I remember during the time when Paris Hilton was living her life, Paris Hilton, the daughter of a billionaire of the Hilton Empire, the Hilton hotels, maybe this was before Rika. Do you remember Paris Hilton?
Yes, I know of Paris Hilton. I don't know much about her history. I know something about the Hiltons,
It was before Rika. Before Rika.
it was before Rike. Just
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
At that time when that girl was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like we all remember what she was, we all know what she got up to. You know what I mean? We all know. And this was before social media and all that.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
And that was the daughter of a billionaire. Billionaire. It wasn't because of the money. You know, she was riding the carousel.
She was spreading herself around. Well, anyway, carry on.
So, you know, but when you look at those generations, you just see like, wow, you know, you see that they don't live the kind of life you expect them to live. And it's as if the challenge has been taken away from their life, you know, and they need another kind of stimulation, you know, which is so. I'm happy that I'm having the one to build my wealth. I'm happy that I'm the one, you know, in this generation to figure it out, and not just be born into everything. I'm thinking, okay, I'm just numb to everything before I'm even able to enjoy it. I'm numb to it already. So, you know, success is being able to enjoy your life, being healthy, you know, is key. And having those information, you know, be able to be free enough to go on the journeys that you want to, you know, to acquire the information you need for your own life journey, you know. So, Mr. Phil, back to you, sir.
There is I think it was a psychology, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And you know, there's what human being needs. You know, we need shelter, we need it gets to, I can't leave them all, but at the top, you need self fulfilling things, self-actualization things. I'll put it on the video, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And what we're so look into that, ladies and gentlemen, because you see, I believe success should be defined by everybody individually, introspectively, because this collective idea of success does not put into consideration the purpose each one of us came to this earth for. And that is where the key for each one of our success is. Honestly, right now, I enjoy my life far more doing things on my own terms than trying to please or trying to tick the boxes other people have laid down for me. I am naturally a contrarian. So, and I've tried to be, even though I'm a natural contrarian, that means that I do things that I want to do. But I've lived a big portion of my life trying to fit in, trying to tick the box other people have created, trying to comply, and ladies and gentlemen, I was miserable because I was meant to go to this university, do this course so that you can be this person and you can do this. And it got to a point I had to say no. And everybody went, no, you? No? How dare you say no? And honestly, I had to say, you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. No. You know what I'm saying? And it was until I got to that point and I was closing my head, waiting for them to pull the trigger. I looked and there was no gun. I'm like, oh, so I've always been free to do what I want to do? Okay, then. Let's go. And that was when my happiness started. My happiness started when I started going in the line that I wanted to, not the line that society wanted me to, not the line even my wife wanted me to, even my parents wanted me to, even my church wanted me to. I said it. We need therapy. Mr. Killer,
There's no line in therapy. Say it, Mr. Phil. Say it, you know. Say it.
And then I went, wow, this is how success really feels. Because it's not a money or a number. It's a feeling. It's a reality. Mr. Clay.
This is very powerful because we all have expectations around our necks, and when you can stand up and be your own person. And it's funny because when you say damn them all, they all just seem to walk away and say, okay, next to the next show, you're like, what? I mean, are we not damning things? Where we going? You're like, okay, you'd be like, look at these jokers. Look at these jokers. I was all bigging myself up, ready to take them on. And they're not even there to be taken on, So it's like, you were waiting for the gun. They can't even shoot.
No.
Let's talk about a gun to shoot with. So,
they don't even have a gun.
They don't even have a gun. They just look at you and go, That's the most they can do. That's the most.
Interject, then I'll go back to Mr. Clay.
I think it's so funny because, it's just the expectations that you allow people to put on you. For me, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm living the life that I came to live. I'm so grateful that I am Rike and I am in the family that I'm in. I'm so grateful that I have the father that I have, because honestly, I always say that if it wasn't for him, honest to God, this is the truth and nothing but the truth. But I don't know where I would be. I probably wouldn't be as confident as independent as I am, in order to just live the life that I want to live. And I thank God that he didn't put any constraints and expectations and pressure on me that you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a this, you have to be a that. And more times, parents always put the pressure on their children to be a certain way because of the pressure that they're receiving because they want to keep up with the Joneses, So at the end of the day, the kid could be like, but I want to be a dancer. I want to be a creative. I want to be a game creator. I want to be somebody who picks trash off the street. By all means, if that's their choice, why not allow them to? But no, because of the look and the so-called knock on prestige that it may have on the family or the reputation which precedes them, they are not allowed to live their life how they want to live. So, like I say, I'm so grateful that I've come to this world to be really to be able to just do whatever I want without giving a toss.
There you go.
Okay,
and the beautiful thing about it is, Rike, is that you are Rike.
Yeah.
You're not using Samantha
Englishman name
or Joanne. Oh, what's other names?
Or the Stephanie. Not to knock anybody with any English name.
No. Those are beautiful names. But you're not them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm so unique to myself, and I'm grateful for it because I grew up in an area where I felt like I needed to fit in. I had to wear the makeup, I had to do the hair, I had to do wear the clothes, look a certain type of way. I was even speaking a certain type of way until I said, hey, hold on, I don't want this. And then I decided that, look, for me, for my own sanity, because I was going through some deep, coming of age, in the movies when it's the coming of age and they're really battling with themselves and they don't know what to do. I was going through that and I was like, I didn't know whether my identity was the people I was rolling with or whether it was myself, because it all seemed to be merging into one and we were all concoction. Everybody was one person. And I was like, hey, is it me or is it you? So I decided to step out of the whole concoction and look at myself and actually find out my own identity and think of what I wanted and who I am. And ever since I decided to do that, God knows I've been living my best life. I've been living my best life.
Mr. Clay, let's round this up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's the I mean, success is beautiful. Success is, being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable with who you are, being comfortable on the journey you're on. And it's your own personal journey. You're not there to please anybody with your journey. As long as what you want to do, are you doing what you want to do? Are you being on your own path? Are you comfortable in your own self? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I know I'm on the right path? You don't, it's not that the church signs up on it. It's not that the family signs up on it. It's not that, the society signs off on it. You don't need any sign off on it. Is it what you want to do? Are you good being you? So, Mr. Phil.
This is a very deep topic, because as we're talking, I'm sure that Mr. Clay is seeing even more topics coming up. Rika is seeing more areas we can take this into. And so we may do something that is going to be similar to this, but just to go deeper in some of the things we've touched on here. But I'll leave you all with this, that some people are so poor, all they have is money. Let me repeat that. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Let me leave you with that thought. On that note, catch you all next time. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Peace and love.